Ravish, right?
Yes, my name is Kumar Ravish.
That's great.
And
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
Great, great. So how was your day?
Deva's okay. There's nothing special. How was your day?
It was great. It was great. Kept me busy throughout.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yes, that's nice. So Ravish, today's topic will be business ideas.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
all right.
So before we start the topic, I would like to discuss the extempore topic. I'm sure you know that it's just 2 minutes of talking about a topic which will be given to you, and you just have to select out of one. I mean, out of two, you just have to select one.
Okay, all right.
So, is it better to be influential or rich? Or the next topic is parents should not choose their child's career.
Hmm, interesting. Uh, okay, so I would go with the second one. Uh,
Okay,
so I believe that's partially true because when you're a child and you do not have too much experience about everything, right? Especially when
right,
that comes to making your decision about your career, especially friends, and they get very much influenced. And whatever the friends that they suggest, they s- they feel like that is the best, decision ever made.
right.
So they always choose their friends as their great mentor when that comes to decision making.
I agree.
So yeah, and then later on they realize that I made a mistake. So parents are the real one who can guide them up at the right point in time before it's too late. I think the parents are the great mentors, or their teachers, or somebody who influences too much, say
Right.
somebody who is experienced enough. So I think they could be the best person to suggest their career. So this is what I believe. And then if I talk about the other aspects of it,
Yes, I would
there
just
are some of the students, they are so mature, I would say, and they are so focused towards their career that parents should not interfere, or they should always, understand their focus, or say the area of interest, or whatever he or she wants to do or pursue based on their interest, right? So, yeah, I mean, both are, I would say, have different aspects, advantage, disadvantages. So, yeah, so saying this is that the parents are, I mean, the students or the wards should take the decision on their own. I do not believe on that. So
okay.
it's
Very well
partially true,
said.
yeah, partially
Very well
probably
said,
incorrect.
Ravish. I agree with you what you said. So very well said. I didn't see anything anywhere going wrong. So and your thought process was coming out perfectly fine. So you were doing pretty well. So just going to the next topic then about business ideas. Okay. So do you ever think of starting a business? Why or why not?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Since I've been working in corporate for around,
Okay.
like, say, 10, 11 years. And then what I believe is that, if you work for an organization and then devoting your 8, 9, 10 hours every day, you wouldn't be able to make a lot of money out of it, right?
Right.
Or whatever you always wish to achieve in your career. Maybe, you might not be able to achieve that, right?
Right.
But when you think about a business, especially business ideas, or about a business, I mean, that's something which will certainly take you to the height where you always wish to achieve, or whatever you wanted to achieve, right? So
Right.
yes, business is always a lucrative option, and one must think about it. But yes, you must try. I would say you must take calculated risks
Calculated
at
risk.
the same time, right? You are doing something, and then all of a sudden you wanted to, switch into the business, right? So that might be difficult at times, wherein if you do not know the advantages or disadvantages, or the loopholes which you might encounter at certain point in time. You have to look at every aspects of it before you get into the business. So yes, that's perfectly all right. Now, all I wanted to say is that the business is a great option, and one must think about it.
One must think
If
about
you
it,
want,
right?
yeah, if you wanted to make a lot of money. What's your idea? Yes, I certainly wanted to make this interaction,
Yes, two
an
ways.
interactive session, right? So I always,
Right, right.
it couldn't feel like it's a question answer session. So I would also love to hear from you. What do you think?
Yeah,
Is a
even
business?
I agree with you. What you said was completely true. That after a few years of giving your to a corporate firm, and you have actually given 10 years of your life, you want to you want that change. You want that change, and you want to start something of your own, wherein you are the boss, wherein you are having the time to do your things, and you can work it around then. Plus you are getting, you have you have people around you to help you out. And I think that's perfect to get into a business and start what you like doing. In fact, to start what you love doing.
Excellent. Perfect.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So I would like to come to the next question. That would be, tell me 2 to 3 business ideas you have in your mind, but you don't feel comfortable sharing with people, thinking they might make fun of you.
Oh, look, if when that comes to business ideas, I don't think even if I share these ideas, people will make fun of me. I'll share a couple of business ideas which are again serious, and I truly believe that even if I'll share with you, or probably if I share with my friends, they're not going to make fun of it for sure. So
Yeah.
number one that comes to my mind is the juice point. Today, like it's hard to find 100% you know uh, juice that is
Yes.
without preservatives, right?
Right.
And if you're looking for out for an option, say juice point, at a very certain area where you see a lot of footfalls, right? So you can think about it. As I mentioned, that there are a lot of juice corners which are perhaps not 100% sure when that comes to the credibility, right? And you think about it before going to or before asking for a glass of juice. You have in the back of your mind that probably this might not be 100% sure. So go for the juice point and
Hmm.
try to be 100% sure when that comes to providing the 100% uh, the what I would say, the juice which are preservative free, right? That's the
Okay.
number one.
Okay.
And number two that comes to my mind is the salons
Sorry
or
to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. Just on
okay.
the going because I would love to hear the second business, the point of view as well. But then I would like to go to the first one, juice point. So where would you like to open such juice points?
As
Which
I
area
said,
focus?
sure, where there is a lot of footfalls,
Okay.
where
Food
the
for
area where
yes.
the area where you find a lot of crowd, a lot of traffic, I would say, uh, that can certainly catch your attention. If you're able to open the juice corner or a point where there is a lot of huge, where there is a huge footfall, right?
Or for
So
example,
probably,
gym, near the
yeah,
gym.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Near
Near the
the business.
gym, near the gym. Yes, and the area where you see a lot of people coming and going,
Right.
and yeah, and then yeah, that could be a successful one. So yes, I think if there is a big company or say an IT park, right, where
Right.
people do not think about the money, right? There is a huge flow of money and the
Correct.
outflow and inflows, and they do not think about even if you keep say if you are providing 100% pure juice,
Right.
and if you keep the price a little high towards the higher end, say 80 rupees a glass or 100 rupees a glass, right?
Right.
So the people wouldn't mind you paying for that, right? But
Correct.
you have to make sure that the juice is a preservative free, and then
Yes.
it's a 100% sure or pure, I would say. Yes.
For example, if you see the juice called raw, it's also 100% preservative free, and it is available in every store nowadays. So it's not only at a juice point, it's actually available at every point. Like if you go to a departmental store, they are selling it nowadays. Even if you go to
Yeah,
a pharmacy, they are selling it, and they are selling it above 120. It's rupees 120 above. So people are buying from there. So
absolutely.
how would you sell your product, which is 80 to 100, and near the gyms? I mean, how would you give that competition to this?
Competition, as I mentioned, if something is being sold in the in a departmental store, right? So it'll be 100. It's for sure is that is not going to be something which is ready to sell. I mean, it'll be preserved. It'll be preserved in the refrigerator, or you might experience that, if you want a fresh glass of juice, right? You can see people, making out of this. I mean, the person who is selling, the seller, you'll find him, bringing out the cup of juice to you, right in front of you, right? And
Okay.
you can see, it should be easily, I would say, visible to everyone. You
Okay.
cannot make sure that you are, whatever you were doing, behind say, the behind the room or whatever, the walls that are there right in front of the juice corner, right? Make sure that is visible for everyone, and they can easily see that whatever you are doing, the processing that you are doing,
Right.
that people are able to see, and that is 100% pure. So
Correct.
by doing that, if things are visible, I think the things which are visible are easily sellable. So
It's
that's
sellable.
perfectly,
I
that
agree with you.
you can compete into that, and I'm sure that if you do this, it'll be easy for you to sell them up.
Thanks for answering my question. I got the point, and very well said. So,
Thank you.
Ravish, I'm actually enjoying this conversation with you, but we just have 2 minutes. I would also like to hear your second business idea before we go to, if we get
Absolutely. I don't, well, I understand that we are running out of time. So I would certainly like to discuss the second idea, which that is coming to my mind, is
time.
salon and the beauty parlor. So that is
Okay.
also one of the business ideas. It's
Right.
nowadays, the youngsters, they love to go out, no matter, if a female or a male, they are spending a lot of money in grooming themselves. So nowadays, I mean, even if you can perhaps check out, right in next to you, wherever you live, you see these businesses are growing like anything.
Right.
So yeah, and then if you make sure that, whatever the interiors that are there, make sure that they look so beautiful and so that
Aesthetically good. That's
attractive and sellable, right?
right.
Wherein there has to be a USP as well. There must be a unique selling point, wherein you
Right.
make sure that the people that are coming to you, visiting you, your shop, they are 100% satisfied, right?
Right.
And you provide the service that is again something which is incredible, and you compete with your competitors. So you'll have to make sure that, the things fall under the guidelines which you always wish, right?
Right.
So salons are also, one of the business ideas
But
which I
salons has
always.
Ravish, salons has a huge competition. Just I'm
But
just going like, I'm just putting my thought in that it has a
you're
huge
absolutely
competition.
right. You're
Yes.
absolutely right. That is why I'm saying there's a competition is high, but you see, you look around, the whatever the salons that are there nearby you. I mean, they are not sitting idle. Talk
Yes,
about
definitely.
the talk about the Saturday Sundays crowd, right?
Right.
You hardly see, people. I mean, they wait in queue for hours, for their
Right.
turn, just in case, you are able to provide those business, you are able to provide the best service, in your area. So if you are able to do that, I'm sure and certain that, you can make a lot of money out of it.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's a good idea. Although I used to find it very common that you salons are just opening here and there, and then it's just I thought that it's a huge competition. So I never thought of this
Indeed.
business idea.
Indeed, the competition is tough.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah.
Yes. Okay. We do have. We can just maybe speak about 1 more minute. What is that one business you saw that surprised or amused you and made you wonder how it became successful?
There are a lot. I mean, these days, online business is like doing like anything. So
Yes,
anything, if you're doing anything, you have to get disconnected with the online service, right? So
right.
online businesses, like if I talk about all this Facebook or Twitter or say Amazon or on all of those, they're millionaires and billionaires, right? So they are doing their business online, and they are so successful that if and it is easy for anybody, if they think about a business, they can perhaps take it online and make a lot of money out of it.
Lot of
What do you
money.
think? Online business is a great
Definitely
idea.
doing wonders. Definitely doing wonders. You just need to have the right path towards it, and you need to have the right team and the
Absolutely.
right vision.
Yes, yes, correct.
Yes. Yes. I think we have almost come to the end of the session, and it was great talking with you. I had nothing to say much, and
Oh,
it, the
same here. Same
yes,
here.
yes. It was
I love talking to you, and it was incredible. It was great talking to you as well.
same here,
Thank you very
same
much.
here. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.